Well, good day, everybody. Jim with another edition of Coach's Corner here. If I get interrupted during the call, you'll know that they're working on the roof in the apartment building next to the condo here. And that's one of the joys of working remotely, and you don't necessarily control the environment. So I apologize up front if the sound of construction interferes, and I hope it doesn't. I want to start off with this edition of Coach's Corner by identifying some real concerns about everything that's going on with COVID in India. I know that we have a lot of employees in eHealth that are impacted through that with their families and extended families. And I can tell you right now that our hearts and our thoughts are with you and your extended family as India goes through this traumatic time in the pandemic. And I can only hope that we come out of this sooner as opposed to later. So hang in there, folks. Like I say, our hearts are with you guys, and we know it must be difficult. As well as with employees who have relatives in other parts of the world that are being hit as well. I guess in terms of COVID here, it has certainly impacted our world and our work at EHS, and I'm very proud of the help that you've been able to provide as the province of Saskatchewan responds in its way. I think in so many respects we've been so very successful with this and very proud, and I keep getting great feedback from the people who are working on the front lines with the vaccination rollout about the equipment and the support that they've been able to receive from eHealth. And this has been true throughout the entire pandemic over the last more than a year. We've stepped up to the plate and answered big time, and we all need to be proud of that. COVID still is very much the number one priority for eHealth. And I know that creates challenges for people as they try and they worry about their day-to-day work that they normally have to do, and yet it seems like COVID is drawing them away. Well, I don't have a magic bullet for you folks other than to say it's vaccination rollout and COVID first. And then you do what you can to fix or to work on the other issues, but don't let it be said that eHealth dropped the ball on the COVID rollout. That's just not an option. So please, if they're ever in doubt, check with your supervisor, but be clear, it is COVID and the vaccination rollout right now is our number one priority. But another area of focus, related, but also so critical to the work we do, is security. And I mean, cyber attacks are increasing with intensity around the world, within Saskatchewan, and I mean, we're being hit on a regular basis as well. We've been working to provide updates to our partners and our funder, and really we're working through the mandate that eHealth has to make sure that we do what we can to provide a service that is safe and secure. And also, we have to work with our partners so that they are able to tell us about the impacts some of the measures that we're taking has on their ability to deliver care. And we've got to find that appropriate balance. But I want to thank you all for doing the security awareness training. We've completely gone through our staff now, and everyone has completed that, and thank you. Many other organizations in the health system are doing that. I think the Ministry of Health is complete. I talked to the CEO of 3S Health, and they're hoping to have all their employees done by the end of May. They just started now, and we're continuing to work with our other partners to provide opportunities for them to do the security awareness training. Also, we're coming forward with some new policies with respect to the security of our system. So more to come on that. We're closing the gaps. We received $4 million in the last budget to go towards security. That's a great increase. It's not enough, of course, to get us where we need to go, but the road ahead is long, and it's going to take money. So we'll continue to advocate for that as well. I also want to let you know that we're doing board-to-board meetings now with our new board chair and board member. We're going to our partner boards and having conversations with their board chair and CEOs. We're getting some real good feedback from them in terms of the services we're providing and how we engage and how we work with them. And we're letting them know what we're doing with respect to keeping the system secure. And really, it's also good to see a number of our governance structures now up and running and getting some traction, and going to help us with some of the heavy lifting we have to do as we take on a full system approach that involves all the health partners in the health system. And finally, I have some news to share with you, and there's never really a good time to share that news. But I've tendered or I've announced that I'll be retiring as the CEO of eHealth Saskatchewan, and that'll be effective on June the 30th of this year. You know, I really had appreciated the opportunity to take on this very challenging role. And I feel we've made some considerable progress. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all the loyal and committed and very hard-working staff, the leaders, and executives at eHealth. You know, together we've worked hard and we've been able to stabilize the organization from 2.5 years ago. And there's still some more to do, I admit. We've engaged our partners. We've created a comprehensive strategic plan that aligns with our mandate and what the health system expects of us. And we've launched that and moved it out through. We've launched some exciting new programs and met with some great success. We've also launched the governance structure that I referenced a moment ago, and that's starting to get traction. We've undertaken health card renewal and gotten through that cycle again. As well, we've advocated and secured new funding levels and capital projects in the past 2 provincial budgets. And I mean, this year we were the only organization in the health system to see double-digit increases in our budget. So we've been strong advocates for what's needed there, and it's been good to see that money starting to come through. So I think, as I mentioned earlier, we can be very, very proud of our outstanding support to Saskatchewan's COVID response. And I think we're very well positioned to continue our efforts to ensure that eHealth Saskatchewan, health information and technology and programs and all that we do to support the health system to have a modern, reliable, and secure system is underway. And so, with that, then I'll work with the board chair and our executive as to facilitate as smooth a transition as possible in the coming weeks. I certainly regret that I'll not get the chance to see each and every one of you, or to be able to have something in the hub where I can show you how appreciative I am for all that you've done. So I wish the board, I wish my health system colleagues, and most importantly, I wish all of you at eHealth great success. You have treated me so very, very well, and for that, I am forever, ever grateful. Thank you for that opportunity. And now, folks, the East Coast beckons me home, and I'll be working towards that end. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all very much. Keep up the great work. Bye now.